Yummy, look at that. It's Christmas time and it's time for Christmas cookies, the 2022 edition. We got 3 different kinds of cookies we're going to make. Eggnog, chocolate toffee, and cocoa crackle. So let's get to it right now. First up is our eggnog cookie. Real simple. Into a bowl, 2 1/4 cup of flour, teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon. How about a teaspoon of nutmeg? Mix all that together. Over to our stand mixer. That's a half a stick of butter, softened of course, along with a full stick of butter, softened of course. Cup of sugar. Okay, actually a cup and a quarter of sugar. And now we're going to cream it all. We're going to combine the sugar and the butter together as best we can. And once it's a nice big combined blob, we're going to add a teaspoon-ish of vanilla. Yeah, it's close enough. This is 2 egg yolks. In she goes. Oh, we didn't quite get it all. Come on, Abby, you're slipping. That's what spatulas are for. And now the star of the show, half a cup of eggnog. Now we mix it all together. Once it's all nice and creamy, our flour mixture is going to go in a little bit at a time, because that's going to combine together. I'm not much of a baker, but I do know that you kind of mix your wet ingredients together first and your dry ingredients separately, and then you combine them all. That looks good. That looks good. Let's get them over to our baking sheet and make us some cookies. We'll get a couple sheets, some parchment paper. Let's put the cookies together. You're going to roll them out into little balls because they're going to spread out in the oven. So you're going to do something like that. Toss a little nutmeg on the top. And into the oven they go. 300, about 20 minutes. And there they are. They spread out a little bit, but you know what? They pack a good punch. With the nutmeg and the eggnog, it's a great cookie. Next up, this is cocoa crackles. We need a bowl, 1/2 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and we mix. Okay, that looks good. And into this bowl, we're going to put 1/2 cup of powder of icing sugar, and we'll get to that later. Over to our stand mixer. That is 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of sugar. To that, 1 stick of butter, and if you're sticking with the cups, that's 1/2 cup. And we mix her all together. There. That looks good. Get it off the paddle. That's 1 egg. Mix it together. 2 eggs. And our vanilla. That's a teaspoon-ish. Mix it together. Okay, now it's liquidy, but that's okay because we have our dry ingredients to put in. This is how it's going to start looking like chocolate. Of course, slowly into the mixer we go. And by the time we're done, we'll end up with our cookie dough. There, that looks good. Oh yeah. Clean it off the paddle. Alright, let's go make our cookies. So here we are on a baking sheet, parchment paper of course. We're going to roll them into a ball just like our first ones, but the difference is they get coated in the icing sugar. So once you're done, let's see. Come on, Abby, there you go. They should look like that when you get them done. We'll do one more. Roll it into a ball. Roll it in the icing sugar. Onto the cooking sheet. And there you go. Those go into the oven. 350 for 11 minutes. And when they're done, they should look something like that. We're going to put them on a wire rack to let them cool. And there you have it. Next up is chocolate toffee cookies. These are close to what we just did. Into a bowl, 2 1/4 cup of flour, half a cup of cocoa powder, teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and we mix. Looks good. Yummy. So now over to our mixer once again. Half a cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 stick of softened butter, and mix it all together. Beautiful. So the same idea here, except first off we need a tablespoon of milk. And let's put in our teaspoon-ish of vanilla. I think that was a teaspoon. 2 eggs are going in this. 1 egg, mix it. Mix it well. 2 eggs. Nice and liquidy. And in goes our batter. I don't know if you saw that quick enough, but that was also 1 cup of toffee bits. That's where the chocolate toffee comes from. She kind of snuck that one in on me. I think she just poured the whole bag in. So now this has to cover up. And we got to throw it in the fridge for 1 hour. Once we're back, same idea, roll them into balls, get them in the oven. You don't have to coat them with sugar. 350, 8 to 10 minutes. And look at that. Those look yummy. Put them on a rack and let them cool. Well, they don't really get to cool much. As soon as I can handle them, we got to test them out. And there's all our cookies. Eggnog, cocoa crackles, and chocolate toffee. Little eggnog to go with it because it is the season. And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.